The Tokyo Marui VSR-ONE Gold Edition. For those that require the finest things in life. Sit back, relax, and let Airsoft Mike take you through the features of this exquisite reincarnation of the iconic VSR-10 Airsoft Sniper Rifle. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tokyo Marui VSR-ONE Gold Edition.
This is another Airsoft Mike production.
A tactical welcome back to the channel, everybody. Oh, mate. You know it's something special when you have to remove a blue ribbon from an Airsoft box. So, the VSR-ONE, it's been given the gold treatment. So the VSR-ONE has been out for some time, but this gold version, and oh my gosh, would you look at this? I've said it before, and I'll say it again, nobody packages and presents their Airsoft products like Tokyo Marui. Look at that beauty! Anyway, what do we get? As you can see, you get your rail pieces here, you've got your main rail on the top. Inside here, you're going to get your usual from Tokyo Marui, so that will be your complimentary little bag of BBs, the ones you don't throw away, a set of Allen keys, your barrel plug, and the one thing that most people have no idea what it is. Okay, so you also get the VSR-ONE instruction manual and other bits and pieces, not in English, and a couple of targets, I believe, yep. What I want you to do, please, is visually take that in, because on the other side of the transition, I'm going to give it the Airsoft Mike touch. Do you know what this reminds me of? You know when you reach a certain level on Call of Duty? Anyway, let's start at the back, and I will say this, as beautiful as this looks to me, and the fact that it's a Tokyo Marui, you will first of all think quality. But, you know, I've heard so many bad things about the VSR-ONE, it's ridiculous. But, you know me, I buy things for the looks, okay? I'm thinking gangster movie, a gangster that likes a lot of gold. This could be in his personal arsenal. Anyway, on the butt pad, a rubber butt pad, you can take that off. And right there, as you can see, you can actually store the provided Allen keys. Nice. Funny enough, I think it looks pretty cool without the rubber butt pad. But anyway, pretty cool looking stock. Now, a lot of this platform is some form of polymer, but there's plenty of metal going on too, okay? So for example, the joints right here between the main body itself and the stock, metal, and of course the stock is metal too. You have your AR style grip, which is swappable with other AR style grips. Nice. You can just about see the trigger there. We'll get back to that when we get to the other side, because again, I've heard negative things about the pull on this trigger. Has it been improved? Well, we'll see. Taking you in closer to that grip, very, very fine stippling effect that you've got there. That is very grippy. It actually feels like fine sandpaper. Now, if this isn't one of the most beautifulest bolts I've ever seen in my life, I don't know what is, but I'm loving the big old chunky handle you've got on there. Everything you see that is gold, metal, and even the housing right there that houses that bolt, that is metal. So it's not all plastic. And of course, you've got your rail system, which is also Metal, nice. And another cool feature, right on that rail, it's actually got these little inbuilt rear sight and front sight. Cool. So if you haven't got any scope or anything like that, you can get going anyway. Do you know what? I'm calling it early. This is the most beautiful sniper rifle I have in my collection. It is gorgeous. QD sling point, and of course the barrel, metal. So we've got a bit more going on here. So if we go back to the rear, no, literally go in closer, because I want you to look at this. And by the way, there is an exception to when I said everything that's gold is metal. The only thing that isn't metal that I've discovered so far that is gold is at the back of the stock here, underneath this butt pad, this whole gold section there, that's plastic. Come on, TM, you could have made that metal. Although, having said that, I'm not too sure about that beautiful gold panel behind the M-lock. I'd like to think that was like a sheet of metal or something there, because if you look inside the magwell, which is right beneath it, it's black, it's plastic, so you can see that it's like a little extra sort of panel that's been put there so that when you look from the outside, you can see gold. I'm not taking it apart just to check. No. But anyway, I tell you what is metal. This little nub right here, because this is a folding stock with your big old chunky metal hinge there, that little nub, when you fold the stock, locks into place there. And it's supposed to be rock solid. And to fold the stock, all you do is press down on that button there, that releases it, and locks into place. And yes, I can confirm that is pretty solid. Looks pretty cool like that too. And while I've got your attention around the stock area, look, there's another little cheeky QD sling point right underneath the hinge. Nice. I'm really keen to see what people are saying about this trigger. First of all, let's check out the bolt. Oh, that is fairly smooth. More so when you're pulling it back. Now, this trigger, come on. I want to see or feel if there's any sort of wall just before you take that shot. So here we go. There's nothing. There's literally nothing. As you're going back, it just fires. There's nothing at all to say, oh, you're about to fire. Nothing. I don't know if that's good for someone during gameplay as a sniper. But what I will say though, again, when you're pulling the bolt back, buttery smooth. There's a little tension on it, but it's very easy. And then when you're pushing it back, even easier. And if you didn't spot it already, there's your safety lever. Of course, forward, fire, pulling it back, safe. And I love that there's a little sort of serration going around it, so you get a nice bit of grippage. Oh, and by the way, if you're anything like me and you buy certain airsoft products because they just look so gorgeous, but you also want some tip-top performance, as I mentioned before, or as you heard earlier in the video, VSR-10 compatible, okay? You really can upgrade this thing so that it's a lot better than what you're getting out of the box. And I will say this, it's Tokyo Marui, so I'm quite surprised that it doesn't come out of the box tip-top, top tier. I mean, you go on some websites that sell this and you'd think this was top of the range in terms of internals and performance. I beg to differ, but again, it's beautiful. I love how it's constructed. Let's have a look at the markings. Here you've got your main set of markings. It says warning, refer to instruction manual, Tokyo Marui, made in Japan, of course. And I tell you what, I don't know if that's supposed to be some sort of model number because it's got M there. But if it's a serial number, that's a cool looking serial number. But anyway, it's probably a model. I really don't know, but it's got M70003. And then you've got ASGK and your M-lock logo. And I absolutely love how they have been executed. So you've got your M-lock there, but I love that behind there you've got that gold. Oh, nice. I know gold isn't everyone's cup of tea, but it really is mine. That and silver. Oh, and then you have this Tokyo Marui hop-up adjustment right there. It's a slidey thing like that. Simple. And then another QD sling point. Now it's worth showing you underneath, not only because you've got your mag there and your mag release, but right there, that seems to be some sort of M-lock there too. Nice. And it's metal. And you have another M-lock at the front. Right, let's get the mag out. By the way, one thing I don't like, okay, there seems to be a seam going all the way on the receiver, even on the mag. But anyway, everything seems to be pretty much the same as the other one that came out years ago. But yeah, there's a nice little sort of spring rampy thing there that helps to push the mag out when you hit that release button. Nice. Stops it from rattling too. Decent. So it's a 30 round mag. And you can see where the BBs will be fed. By the way, the trigger, if I haven't mentioned it already, is also metal. Nice. And do you know what? As I'm about to chrono this bad boy, I'm not expecting anything spectacular. So again, I'll say this, out of the box, it looks amazing. But be prepared to do some upgrades if you really want to properly use this out in the field in a game of Airsoft. But if you don't want to tinker with it and you don't want to do any upgrades, judging by the size, take away the can, fold the stock, this will make a superb CQB platform. Yes, I never thought I'd ever say that. A sniper rifle. CQB. Okay. Again, smooth back. Oh, and it's just as smooth going forward. Two more. Now that is exactly what I expected this to do out of the box. It is pitifully low. Hold on. But one thing it does have going for it is the consistency. It's literally some of the best I have ever seen on any Airsoft platform. It wasn't all over the place. It was consistently too low. But anyway, now, you know and I know, it's always, or should I say, I always feel a bit inadequate doing an accuracy test on any Airsoft platform with the short range that I have available to me right here, okay? Especially when it comes to sniper rifles. So this is a perfect opportunity to tell you this bit of news I've been holding back from you. Now, when I came back, you know I had a long break, and when I came back, those of you that watched that video of, I think it was one of the miniguns, I mentioned that I am being afforded larger space and a proper range to do my accuracy tests, okay? Well, there is another bit of news I was asked to hold back on until things were confirmed, and I can now confirm it. I'm moving again. Yes, this little studio space I've got here, if you've been following me on Instagram a few years ago, you would have been watching my progress as I was putting it together, putting all the racks up on the wall and everything. I mean, those posts have gone now. I've removed them. I don't always keep things up on Instagram. But if you're not following me on Instagram, you wouldn't have known this, and you won't know this, and you're not going to know what's going to happen if you don't follow me on Instagram. I am moving again. So this time I'm going to purchase some land. It's literally a farm, okay? I'm having a house built. I'm having a separate outhouse built as well. I'm going to have a proper outdoor range on private land where nobody else can see, okay? And that's all going to start being put into place around Christmas time into the new year. And again, if you wish to follow my progress on that, you're gonna have to follow me on Instagram. Right, let's do a little short range accuracy test. I tell you what, do it.
Perfect. Perfect.
The groupings are next level. But like I said, and those of you that watch my videos regularly, you know the distance that I go back. I've outgrown this now. I've literally outgrown this studio. My present setup, I've outgrown. And what I mean by that is, where I live now and where I film are two different locations. I am tired, so tired of traveling to this place. And I want my Airsoft collection on the same premises where I live. That is why I'm getting that nice bit of land and I'm gonna have it all in-house. Secret location, mind. Anyway, more importantly, right now for this video, what are my initial thoughts on this gorgeous Tokyo Marui VSR-ONE Gold Edition? I'll tell you right now, as you just saw there, no issues with accuracy at short range. And that's what's going to lead me to this conclusion. Perfect platform for CQB, yes, believe it or not. CQB. Get it upgraded and I reckon it will be on par with an upgraded VSR-10. Maybe not quite as good, but because, you know, it's a short barrel for crying out loud. But yeah, I reckon get it upgraded, seriously. And I reckon you will be very happy. But me, I'm a simple guy. I love how it looks, so that's all I need. I'm not going to use it for gameplay. It's a beautiful wall hanger, especially when I get my new place. Oh, do you know what this will go well with? Come on, imagine rocking up to gameplay with these bad boys.